Hi there everybody, it's Lemon Amiga, welcoming you to another Lemon Amiga special. This is me walking and talking in Benidorm. So I'm probably going to have to stabilise this image and probably increase the volume. So this is my guided tour of Benidorm. I'm here with my mum in the first week of November, and on this trip it's 22 degrees. It's supposed to be 24 tomorrow. So it should hopefully be a lot warmer than it is in the UK. And it's as cold here at night as it is in the UK in the day. So it's well worth coming out, checking out Benidorm. Like I say, it's a bit loud. Anyway, this is Dan's 2018 Waffle. And first of all, I'd like to apologise because there was a blood and gore special due on Halloween, but because I don't celebrate public festivals, I completely forgot when Halloween was. So even though it was uploaded on the 27th of October, I forgot to publish it. So it is online, and when you get to see it, it's a blood and gore special late night lemon, which is basically what I've been promising to do for the last 4 years. So I've no idea if any of this is going to come out on camera, but if it does or if it doesn't, at least I've given it a good try. And there's lots of sights and sounds out here in this part of the country, and as you can see, there is a lot going on even in November. So it's definitely warm enough for sun cream. And yes, I realise my hair is getting more like Ben Heck every day. But this is the cable ski place, and you can windsurf, scuba dive, jet ski, paraglide, anything you want to do. It's here in Benidorm. Everything and anything. For instance, clubs, pubs, discos, raves, whatever music you're into, you'll find it in Benidorm. And if you can't enjoy yourself in Benidorm, you can't enjoy yourself anywhere. It's very quiet because there's a lot of old age pensions here, milling about. There's very low crime rate here, so you feel perfectly safe most times of the year. So I'm going to give you a bit of a guided tour while we talk about this stuff, but first of all, let's check out the view. So, well, welcome to me. So what have I been up to since last time I saw you? Since last April. Last April we finished the last of the Playguides, and as usual I spent the rest of the time creating more Playguides. And obviously it takes me a long time to do that. So I just thought I'd take a moment to explain what I've been up to since last time I saw you. So recording for this recent series began in April this year. Well, it began last year. I recorded some stuff in 2017, and now it's 2018, and most of the stuff won't be released until 2019. So that's about 2 years to produce one episode, and there's 44 episodes, so I reckon I've got one of the longest gestation periods for releasing videos among retro YouTubers. And it takes a very, very long time because I have to record all of the footage. Some games are 4 hours long, edited down to an hour, and then I have to narrate, pre-edit everything, narrate everything, and then post-edit everything, put all the arrows on there and things like that, or captions. And yeah, 2 years to release a video, that's a ridiculous amount of time if you think about it, because some of the stuff that I've recorded for this season was actually recorded years and years and years ago, and I've only just finally got around to doing it. And some of the stuff that I've recorded for the season isn't even going to be in the season. So you might have seen the preview video where I showed you all the videos that I've done, and some of them aren't even going to be released, so I've recorded better stuff than that. So it's been a long old time. I mean, you might realise I'm wearing the Quantum Leap t-shirt, and Quantum Leap took 12 months. Literally 12 months for me to edit. And that had 2,000 views. It's 3,000 views, 4,000 views. And yet, some of my videos, some of my worst videos have been seen by hundreds of thousands. So I very much doubt that I'm going to do a second film, Quantum Leap film, because the funding wasn't successful for the film that I wanted to produce. It wasn't enough really, after I paid for the intro music and the animations. And the intro music was created by Dave Lowe for the Quantum Leap series. That cost me hundreds, and then the animation at the beginning of the Quantum Leap was created by Paul Kitchen 3D, and that's the one you can see here on my t-shirt. And so most of the Kickstarter money got spent in the first few seconds of the video, so I very much enjoyed it, but it was 12 months of hard work, and I doubt if I'm going to do it again. So since last April I've been editing videos and preparing videos, 44 shows. And it's like, why do you have to do 44 shows? Well, I don't have to do, but there's so many great Amiga games out there. I wanted to make sure that I got as many done as possible. And I like a long run of shows that kind of break off mid-year, then we have a break, and then we go for some more as well. But it's not the number of shows that are the problem. It's kind of, you know, the Doom 1 and 2 review that I did had 2,000 views, and the Quantum Leap that I spent 6 months doing had 2,000 views. So it's not really worth spending 12 months on a project for that. It was a great experience, but it kind of I was hoping to do that for the next 10 years, and basically, you know, LGR gets 300,000 views per video and I get 2. So there's been a few people this year getting me a little bit wrong in the comments, thinking that the way I play games is a little bit arrogant and too self-confident. Well, that all came from feedback to the channel, because when I first started doing the channel, I had people from foreign countries saying, can you just speak a bit clearer, can you just make your words a lot clearer, and then I can understand what you're talking about. So I did that, and the more I did that, the more unhappy I became with the quality of the narration until it got to a point last year where I couldn't bear to listen to any of my videos because I couldn't stand my voice. So this time I've tried to tone down the formal stuff, because presenting these at the best just means it's loud and clear, and it doesn't have to be like, you know, presented with a suit and tie on. So I've tried to tone it down a bit, and then at least I enjoy the videos that I'm producing. And so I don't really want to speak in the usual Lancashire voice when I'm presenting the videos, because I mean that'll be alright, but I like to present them like it's a job, you know. I remember when I was 10 years old, my ideal job was a writer for Zap 64 and later Amiga Power, and of course that didn't come to fruition, but doing these play guides is the nearest thing to it. So over the years I've tried a few Kickstarter campaigns, and I've tried Patreon, but people get the wrong idea of Patreon. Basically Patreon is a tip jar, and you're going to need £600 a month to pack in your job and do it full time, and there's no way you're going to get 600 Patreons unless you're the biggest channel on the internet. So many people run Patreon thinking they're going to get millions, but really if you get 20 people on Patreon, they might just about give you enough money to buy yourself a beer at the weekend. So it's a tip jar really. And I've been always reticent to release Patreon because I can't be bothered doing all the Patreon perks and Patreon only videos that rob normal interested people of the videos that I make. So I don't like any of that stuff. So what I decided to do instead is upload some footage of material that I'm never going to use on a channel and make that a private, unlisted playlist for Patreon people. So it doesn't matter if you give me £1 or £1 million, you get access to the playlist and you get to see those videos. Some two-player games, two-player action played on Amiga Live, some games that were supposed to be videos and reviews but aren't going to be anymore, my furthest ever plays and that kind of thing. But the whole thing about the YouTube channel is to show the games being played at the best, and it's not about, well, it's about hints and tips and encouraging people to play those games. So it's not about me showing off, and I've just about reached the bottom of all the games that I was ever any good at anyway. So I like to encourage people on the scene and give away the tips that I learned and things like that. And so when I comment on videos, I only comment on maybe 3 or 4 different YouTube channels, and I might say, yeah, you know, great playthrough, really enjoyed that. I managed to get up to level 5, and it's great graphics later on. You know, trying to encourage them to play a bit further and saying that the game's really great. And those people turn around and say, you know, I don't care where you can get up to in your games, this is me and my channel. So I stopped commenting on those channels because they were getting me wrong, and my intentions were to try and motivate them and say, yeah, yours is a great channel, and they just threw that in my face thinking that I'm trying to muscle in. But really no, it's just, you know, comments that I wanted to make. So I comment on about 3 or 4 channels, that's all now, and hopefully those channels know me a bit better. That, you know, I've always had the philosophy, I mean you no harm, because, you know, I'm that kind of person really. So I felt really terrible at the beginning of the year after these comments, and I more or less decided that this time would be the last series So, as I say, the Patreon stuff is going to be there, and there's going to link to the Patreon. I haven't got any Patreons yet, probably won't do. Might get 3 or 4, but that's not my motivation. That's just a freebie and a tip jar if you want to do that. And at the end of the series, it might be the last one anyway, so it's not that I'm getting fed up with it, it's just that it takes so long to produce every video. 2 years from recording it through to narrating it and editing it. And I think I'd rather leave the show on a high, leave the show on a good note. While the games are still great, I certainly don't want to record all the worst games on the Amiga and play them badly, because there's enough people doing that already. And I'd never wanted to just play a game and say, yep, there it is, now go off and play it. I wanted to show beyond the game, stuff that we never actually learned in the day because we didn't have the internet. We didn't have, well, we had a few magazines and stuff. But it's surprising coming back to some games after all these years, particularly in the Lemon Amiga Games competition. I've got further than I ever got before. And recently we've played James Pond in the competition, so I've recorded that for a special video for the channel. And that's replaced Bally 2, which is a public domain game. And I've replaced a few games as well this season with better ones, so hopefully you'll enjoy those. And so that's what I've been doing. Here we are in Benidorm, and Benidorm is the opposite to the UK. When the UK has got the attitude, no, you can't do that, Benidorm has the attitude, yes, you can. And whatever you want to do here, you can do here. So, you know, people are very proud to live in Benidorm here. The buses have Benidorm written on it. Even the garbage trucks have Benidorm written on it. Bins have Benidorm written on it, because they're so proud of this place. And everything's here. Theatres, cinemas, clubs, pubs. There's a big gay scene here. There's a big, you know, festival scene here. There's people singing on the beach. There's even a bookstore, rental place on the beach. And you know, instead of a load of pigeons, which blight most cities in the UK, they actually have doves here, and people stand around with the doves in their hand and getting pictures with these doves. It's completely the opposite atmosphere. And I'm the kind of person that likes to take things easy and plod along at a good rate. And this is my kind of speed, really. Very little crime here. Nobody cares. Nobody stares. Apart from my mum. And I'm here with my mum at the moment. She's in a wheelchair, so it's a working holiday, really, because I'm pushing her around in the wheelchair, which isn't easy. As people know, it's kind of a full-time thing. And if you've ever seen Little Britain, I'm kind of the guy with the curly hair saying, let's move here, let's do this. Oh, you're alright, let me push you under this table. And then when my back's turned, she's crashing into everything, knocking everybody over, crashing into tables, running people over, doing all things, and then I grab it back again, you know. It's just like Little Britain, you know. She does everything apart from, yeah, no, yeah, no. So it's very much like that. She's an embarrassment. But this channel was never ever meant to be about me, so that's why I don't put any of these stuff on the channel, because who cares about me, you know. I could tell you things that would give you sleepless nights and make you think completely differently about my life and how I've been brought up, and it was never meant to be about that, because who wants to listen to my stuff, my doom and gloom? So, you know, I hate listening to channels that moan on about stuff constantly. So I do enough of that in private. I certainly don't want to do it in public. But I'm kind of a shy and quiet and, you know, unconfident person usually, so I'm not usually a person that wants to stand in front of a camera and talk for an hour about stuff that I've been doing. And I don't think people are interested in my private life and stuff that's happened to me. But I haven't had an easy life. In fact, I had quite a hard life, brought up very much under the belt, literally, bullied by everybody. And then when I left, well, when I was forced out of my house, my childhood home, I then had 10 years of clinical depression, which robbed 10 years of my life away and took away my laugh. So you won't hear me laughing on any videos except for the Hunter video, which was recorded, I think, in series 1, where I'd had a bit of a drink beforehand and I had a bit of a laugh. But yeah, it's weird that. It's just, you know, one of those things. And I don't drink either, you know. A few YouTube channels are quite proud of the fact that they don't drink. And there's quite a few out there that don't drink alcohol. What is alcohol? Well, the popular notion is it's the elixir of life. Unfortunately, alcohol is a diuretic. And it uses a lot of water, usually out of your brain, but also the heart, lungs, kidneys, the bladder, the guts, the intestines, you know, the liver. And it uses all that water from your skin and to flush the alcohol away. So if you do that every week, every year, then those channels with water drained away on your face become channels of scars, and you look about 40 when you're 20. Because I only drink water, I look about 20 when I'm 40. So water is the elixir of life. Plants drink it, animals drink it, birds drink it, fish drink it, dogs and cats drink it, everything drinks water. Except for human beings, of course. And they drink tea and coffee, which is diuretic, and alcohol, which is diuretic. So I don't do any of them, really. I don't miss wasting money on that kind of stuff. I've never been an outgoing type, you know, I'm not one that likes small talk. I hate sitting in bars chewing the fat. I'm kind of intelligent as well, and I don't like how alcohol makes me feel. I like to be in control and stuff like that. I don't think it's big and it's manly to drink. But I don't have a beef against people who drink alcohol. It's just that it's not for me. And I made that choice, and you know, that's why I look a bit younger than I am at the moment. But I don't really have a beef about what anybody wants to do, really, because it's their life, and life's for living. You know, you've got to live life. We're only here once, and in 50 years we're all going to be dead, so what difference does it make, you know? Nobody's going to remember me, apart from the channel, you know, the YouTube channel. So, what difference does it make? You might as well get on with living life. And that's why I'm out in Benidorm in November, because this is life out here. This is where you get culture and music and entertainment, and anything you want is on a plate here in a buffet, and you can go from one buffet to another, entertainment, whatever. So, it's very relaxing, and that's my kind of atmosphere. And that's diametrically opposed to Accrington, which is a concrete jungle. And they've just recently spent £2 million repaving the centre of Accrington, turning it from a pedestrian zone into a pedestrian zone. And with that 2 million, they could have made outdoor child's play areas and a theatre and a bandstand and a garden paradise of the UK. They could have put anything in there as far as entertainment and you know, things like that. But they didn't. They wasted the money on bricks. And of course, we said no, we don't want to do that as a town. And then the council did it anyway. So there's a very much no you can't atmosphere in Britain. And it's all rush and push. You know, around here there's no hoodies saying give me your money, give me a fag, give me a weed, or I'll break into your house. That's definitely a UK thing. And log-aloutism is definitely a UK thing. So police don't hassle you in Spain. They just let you do whatever you want to do, and if you know, start acting up, then they'll say, hold on a minute, you know, that's not really on. Whereas in the UK, of course, the police are outside the public football matches just in case anything kicks off. So it's a completely different atmosphere here. And at one point I wanted to even move out here because of the atmosphere, the people, you know, hola, people say hola, which means hello, in a very happy tone. Whereas in the UK it's like, hello, what do you want? You know, who are you? What do you want? So completely different. I'm not surprised to learn that you can rent stuff out here for exactly the same as you rent stuff in the UK, i.e. 300 or 400 quid. So it's not really going to cost you any more to live out here than it does to live in the UK. And you can have a paradise on earth with a nice beach, loads of nice people, and everybody's chilling out, having a great time. So yeah, it's 22 degrees here in October, and it's supposed to be 24 tomorrow, which is amazing. And so I'm very much having my week away, a break from the grind. I don't watch TV in the UK because it's all dark and depressing and horrible. If you watch TV in Spain, it's all happy and jolly. The adverts are like, yeah, you know, buy this, buy that, get Dolmio sauce, ski, you know, have fun. And in the UK it's all about, yep, give to these charities, give all your money away. They're always going to doom and gloom, so there's nothing you can do about it. So that's my introduction to the new series of Lemon Playguides. There's going to be a few shows, like 20 odd shows, and then we'll break, and then I'll carry on doing a few more as well. But this might perhaps be the last series that I'm going to do with this stuff, because it's all about enjoyment, isn't it? It's not about the Patreon money, it's not about funding, it's not about popularity. I've never been the big I am, I'm not bothered about any of that stuff. I just want to enjoy the scene and promote the scene, and do that kind of thing. So I'm just waiting around at the moment, waiting for some more entertainment to start. This is the Heartbreak Bar, Heartbreak Hotel, and in a moment there's some entertainment going to start, so I'm going to sit there listening to the rock music. And yeah, every single type of music is here in Benidorm. So I reckon that's basically it. Look out for the special the lemon specials that are appearing this time, and there's quite a few lemon specials that I've created this time, which has taken me quite some time to do. Rip-off specials. There's been quite a few YouTubers moaning about being ripped off, so I'm going to rip off Amiga games and show you those. So I reckon that's about it, and hopefully I'll see you guys, well, I probably won't see you guys ever again, but I'll, you know, reply to your comments and stuff. And you know, that's another thing about the comments, you know, when I started doing the lemon videos, the comments I replied to every single day, and people stopped commenting because they were sick of me commenting on those comments. So I stopped commenting, and then people stopped commenting because I wasn't replying. So what I do now is just reply to one or two videos and say a few words and, you know, thank everybody. I do really appreciate everybody that's ever commented on my videos, and all the people that have ever watched my videos. It really means a heck of a lot. And I don't produce videos just for views or for subs. I produce the videos because I want to show the games off played at their best. And if you can see that woman there in the wheelchair, that's actually my mum. Waiting to go in to see Whammy. He comes from Great Harwood, it's moved out here and emigrated to Benidorm. So I'm having a great relaxing time, and I'm not sure I'll come here again because it's taken me a whole year to save up for this. I've had these glasses for 10 years. Well, not these glasses for 10 years. I've had these shoes for 10 years. Simply because I can't afford it. And I get about £2 a year in income. So, you know, £2 in income is really pathetic, really. So, but I still love the scene, and I recorded material for the Commodore story and the Amiga years and the PlayStation Revolution, so maybe you'll see my name, Daniel Waddington, in the credits for those. And that's stuff I really enjoy doing, to be involved with feature films for the community. Nothing makes me happier. So again, thanks a lot for viewing this talk and me talking around Benidorm. And again, that might be it for the foreseeable, and perhaps I'll move on to other channels and review other games, PlayStation games and things like that. So thanks very much, and hopefully I'll see you guys some other time. Thank you.
Switch on, away we go. How are you? Alright, nice to see you. Been around the road, just get going. Sunny day, sunny day. Well, come on, my baby, hold on, shake it, boy, come on, my baby, baby, you can't go wrong. See you tomorrow. Don't forget I have TV. And in the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make. And that's a fact. Have a lovely holiday.